Hello everyone, my name is Nuvela and welcome to a new video. Today we're building the library, a home for librarians, including an automatic sugarcane farm. This build is part of the trading village I've built a while back. I'll link to that at the end of the video, so be sure to check that one out. As mentioned, today we're building the library, including a full interior and a glass dome on top for some extra light inside. The sugarcane farm should work on both Java and Bedrock edition, and you can find the material list in the description below. So without further ado, let's start building this. Let's go! First off, here you can see the layout of the build, and I've already indicated the places where the sugarcane farm will be. There are 2 units on both sides of the build, and you can see that I filled in the floor with stripped oak and oak planks, but you can use anything you like. We're going to start off by placing down stripped spruce columns of 5 blocks high on each of the indicated spaces. Next up, we are going to fill in the front side of the build and leave space for a doorway using natural stone. To give it a little bit more detail, exchange some of the stone for stone bricks. For the entryway, place down 2 cobblestone walls with spruce fences on top and 3 spruce slabs in this order. Now we are going to fill in each of the walls using a mixture of stone and stone bricks. You want to leave in space for some windows, except for the corners and for the sides of the build. You want to make your way all around the build this way. At the back side, you're going to create 2 windows, just like this. And again, you want to make your way all around, so fill in each of the wall sections. We're now going to work on the upper side of the building. We're going to build out 1 block to create a little bit of an overhang. Do this by placing spruce stairs upside down with spruce slabs next to them and 1 in the middle, and fill in the gaps with spruce trapdoors. You want to do this on the sides of the front side as well. And you then want to repeat the same process at the back side of the build. In the end, it should look like this. Also do this on the sides of the building. And once you're done, we are going to create stripped spruce pillars again. On each of these spaces, they should be 4 blocks high. Make your way around the build again. There we go. We're now going to fill in the walls of the first floor. Do this by using a mixture of white concrete powder, white wool, and diorite. Otherwise it is going to be a very bland white colored wall, and now it has a bunch of texture. Leave some space for windows. On the front side, I like to put in 2. Again, you are gonna wanna make your way all around the build, fill in all the walls, using this mixture of white concrete, white wool, white concrete powder, and diorite. don't have to use all 4 types. You can also use 2 or 3 if you don't have access to, let's say, concrete, for example. Now, as you can see, I've put in 2 windows at the front side and 2 windows in each of the sides as well. However, later on I realized that this doesn't really work with the interior that I have in mind, so I changed it out for 1 window in the middle. I recommend doing that straight away so that you don't have to alter it later on. Sorry for the inconvenience. If you're planning on doing a different interior, then of course feel free to adjust to your needs. What I'm showing you is just a way to do it, not the way to do it. Once you've finished all of the walls, we're going to work on the roof. Use spruce slabs and create a stairway up towards the middle of the front side of the roof. And connect the other side as well. There we go. Now we want to repeat the same thing on all of the sides and on the back side as well. Now to connect the roof, place down 2 trapdoors like this. Make sure that one of them sticks out above the roof. And fill in the gaps in between with spruce slabs. The spruce slab in the middle should also stick out above the wall section. This is why you want 1 window in the middle, because if you create 1 window, you can create this nice arch. Once you have connected the roof on the outside, fill in the rest of the roof using Deepslate slabs. You can use any kind of Deepslate you like. I'm using Deepslate tiled slabs. You want to extend this towards the middle, but don't fill in the middle just yet. Once you're at this point, you want to connect spruce slabs to all of these, and you will still have enough space to create the glass dome we're about to create. In each of the corners, place down a spruce plank with a spruce trapdoor on top. Then build up the central pillar out of stripped spruce wood 10 blocks high. You should end up right beneath the roof. We're going to connect this to the roof later on, so you can place down stripped spruce just like this. And then grab some oxidized copper and create the structure that is going to hold up the glass dome. Of course, this is Minecraft, so it's not actually holding up the glass dome, but we're creating the illusion that it is. You're using a mixture of oxidized copper stairs and oxidized copper slabs. You will now have 4 sections, and you can fill these in using glass blocks in this way. Do this for all 4 sections, and in the end your glass dome should look like this. Now there's a way to connect it a little bit better to the roof, if you ask me, and that's by removing the spruce slab on top right here. And don't replace it with an oxidized copper stair because it doesn't connect properly, but place down 2 copper slabs like this. Now it blends into the roof perfectly. Congratulations, because this is probably one of the harder parts of this build. Next up, we are going to decorate all of the windows by placing down spruce fences in each of them. Place 2 spruce trapdoors next to it. Place a campfire on top with a spruce fence gate opened up underneath. Extinguish the campfire using a shovel or a splash water bottle and place some leaves in front of it. Now you want to repeat the same process for every window on the ground floor. As you can see right here. Moving up to the first floor, we're actually going to do the same thing. However, a couple things to note here is that we're using oak trapdoors just to break up the pattern a little bit. And above the entrance we're going to place 2 spruce trapdoors with some leaves on top. Now this is the point where it's important that you make the window in the middle and not 2 windows underneath the trapdoors. Because now we have some space for a campfire on top of this window as well. So I'm sorry if you made 2 windows, but if you want to make the exact building, you have to replace those with 1 window in the middle. On the little balcony that we created, you can place down leaves surrounded with spruce signs. Just like this. And then you basically want to repeat this on the other side as well. On both sides of the building, we are going to do the same thing as we did in the front side above the entrance. Should look like this. And as mentioned, make your way all around the build. I've left this part in the video because I want to show you at which locations you need to replace the 2 windows for 1 window in the middle. Once you have made your way all around the building and created all of the window decorations, the only thing left on the outside is to place down some leaves around the roof to create the illusion that the building has been here for quite a while. You can also light up the roof to make sure that no mobs will spawn by using glow lichen, and you want to light it up using some lanterns underneath the roof and some lanterns underneath the pillars that hold up the first floor. And that's it for the outside. We're now going to work on the inside of the building. On the inside, we're going to start off by creating the sugarcane farms. If you didn't know, you can craft sugarcane into paper, and you can trade paper with the librarian for emeralds. Those emeralds can be used to trade for enchanted books. Start off by placing a row of stripped oak wood right here, then delete these blocks behind it, and next to it to place a double chest, which is the output chest, and place down 5 hoppers that are linked to each other and end up transporting items into the output chest. Grab some stone bricks, place down 2 rows right here, place down 5 mud blocks, and these need to be mud blocks. Place another row of stone bricks with pistons on top facing towards the mud. Place down 2 rows of stone bricks behind the pistons. And then place observers on top of the pistons facing towards the mud. And place down redstone dust behind the observers. These observers will notice when sugarcane grows in front of it, and when it does, it triggers the pistons breaking the sugarcane, which ends up in the hoppers and eventually in the output chest. Now, in order for sugarcane to grow, it needs water running next to the block where it's growing on, which is why we're actually going to delete these stone bricks and place down a water bucket at the end. You can close this off using some stripped oak wood. Place down an upside down stair above the output chest, otherwise you won't be able to open it. And then you can place down your sugarcane. Make sure that there's enough light by, for example, placing a glowstone here. And I like to cover it up with some spruce trapdoors. To finish it off, you can place down a wall of glass right here and fill in the floor on top. That's it. This is the first unit out of 2 of your sugarcane farm. Now all you gotta do is build the same thing on the other side. There we go. That's 2 sugarcane farm, which from now on will provide you with a bunch of sugarcane that you can craft into paper, which you can trade with your librarians. However, where will these librarians sleep? For this, we are going to create a little bit of a sleeping quarters at the back right here by placing down some beds, a spruce trapdoor just for decoration. And you can create some tables where you could showcase some of the wares. I decided to place down 4 beds because I'm going to put in at least 4 librarians, but make sure that you put in enough beds for all of the librarians you're going to put in here, especially in Bedrock Edition, as villagers need a bed to renew their trades. We're actually pretty far with this build now. We're going to work on the upper floor next. However, to get there, we're going to need a staircase. We're going to make this out of oak stairs, and you want to wrap it around this central column. You can make it look a little bit better by placing down some spruce trapdoors here, for example. You can also fill in this hole by moving towards the back, also placing down some trapdoors flipped down right here. Now you have some space down here to, for example, place down some barrels and create some storage. So I'm just gonna keep it simple and place down some upside down stairs here, but feel free to adjust this if you like. Fill in the rest of the floor and make sure that you can still walk up the stairs by placing down 2 upside down spruce stairs above right here. Now you have a safe and easy way up and down the library. You can create a railing by placing down trapdoors along the side of the stairway. And now all we need to do is decorate the interior of the library. I'm going to show you how to build one of these, because I think that there should be some room for creativity for you guys as well, so you can do pretty much anything you like. Some important things to keep in mind is that it definitely looks better fill in the ceiling with some spruce instead of having the Deepslate ceiling, which doesn't look very good if you ask me. It feels unfinished if you don't create a custom ceiling. Make sure to light everything up, of course. And when you're decorating the place, I want you to think about what does a library look like in real life. Of course, it has books and it should have some lecterns, but there are always some tables and some storage around where people can keep books, where you can sit at. And when you're making the bookshelves, I want to advise you to use different types of blocks, such as, of course, bookshelves, but also the slightly newer empty bookshelves, which you can fill with your own books, and some looms, because these look like they're empty bookcases as well. It gives a lot more detail to your bookshelves. You can put down some decorations, for example by putting down some plants in pots, place down some chests. You can hang up some paintings and of course light it up using some lanterns. If you have some villagers in here and they have the books you want, you can also showcase some of the enchanted books in item frames. Now this is how to decorate the wings of the library. In the middle, I like to put down some greens on top in the glass dome and of course light it up using some lanterns. Once you've done that, you'll want to decorate the other wings as well in a similar fashion as we did with this one. And after that, you'll only have one thing left to do, which is add your villagers. And that's pretty much it. You're done. In the time that we've been decorating the upstairs, the sugarcane farm has already been producing quite a bit of sugarcane. And if you want to detail the build a little bit more than as I did in previous videos, you can surround the build using coarse dirt, some stone buttons to act as pebbles, and some grass to make it look as if it's really been built here. And lastly, because this is the library, we're going to hang a spruce sign here and call it the library. And that's it. Congratulations! You've just completed a pretty complicated build, and enjoy, I would say. I hope you liked the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to put those in the comments down below. And stick around, consider subscribing. World downloads are available for YouTube members. We have a Discord server. And if you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee nowadays. Links to all of those things are in the description below, where you will also find a material list. And that's it. So, have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!